Hello, hello, my esteemed viewers. I am Jekyllstein Gray, and today we are going to take a look at XCOM, Enemy Unknown. Oh man, that was a terrible. I should. I need to learn how to edit. Anyway, so I think this is a reboot of the XCOM series. I have never actually played an XCOM game before, so yeah, this will be interesting. Let's go to options. I'm gonna check to make sure I have everything the way I like it. Let's see. We're gonna want to auto save. I don't know why. Why is that off by default? I got nothing. So even though I haven't played this game before, it has kind of been on my radar for a long time. So I'm a big Fire Emblem fan. I still have a lot of fondness for the franchise. I've played Awakening like I don't know how many times. Fates, I played a ton of that too. And you know, all three routes at least once of Fates. I played a decent amount of Echoes, Shadows of Valentia. I never finished that one. But subtitles. And then I got Three Houses last Christmas, and I think I beat it in like a week or something. The Black Eagle route. I haven't played the other routes. So I am, you know, I'm a big Fire Emblem fan. I used to be like an absolute Fire Emblem fanatic. And I always heard that, like, I think I heard about this game, and, you know, this is kind of the other big, triple A, I guess Fire Emblem is kind of triple A, I guess this kind of, but the other big, like, permadeath, turn-based strategy, RPG-ish game, okay. Video graphics. Let's see. I am gonna try this on high, and I might have to change this. I'm still figuring out my new computer, which is much nicer than the old one I was using. But I'm not sure if it'll be able to run this. So, but I am hoping that you guys will have something pretty to look at, prettier while I play this. Yeah. So, it was a Fire Emblem something. So yeah, I always heard that this was similar to Fire Emblem, and that always had my attention. And I think I got this game as part of a Humble Bundle recently. Steam says that I played it, but I was idling to get trading cards to sell. So this is my first time like actually playing it. So yeah, let's see what we got. So, fun fact. I mean, if you're into obscure enough channels to watch this, me of all people, you probably already know this, but impossible difficulty is the only difficulty where they don't lie to you about the statistics. This is something I know from, I think it was Adam Miller, architect of games. If it's not, then it's Game Maker's Toolkit. But I think it's Adam Miller because he loves XCOM and he did a video about fallacy of fairness. So impossible is actually the only one that really has even odds. It doesn't feel that way because players are kind of not. I mean, our brains are flawed. Our brains, we don't actually perceive chance the way it works in real life. You should probably go check out his video instead of watching mine. Because he's better at me than all this, and he can actually edit. Rather than just recording a play session and talking over it. Anyway, what is second wave? Advanced gameplay options, much wider damage roulette. Weapons have much wider range of damage. Randomized. This is all random stuff. Rookies will have random jam potential. Yeah, I don't. I'm not a big fan of randomness. I mean, I see that. I think it works. I see why they do it. It's why it's there. I would just prefer to not have more. I'm glad they gave me the option. I'm gonna keep the tutorial on so I can examine it, and so it can teach me how to play the game. I am definitely not gonna keep Iron Man on, and I'm gonna play on easy because I am a wuss and not a true gamer, and I generally don't like to feel terrible while I play games. This is one of the problems with selected difficulties. You have no context. I think this is, I can't remember the name of the channel who kind of introduced this idea, but I've got a friend, Lord Fatera, who always plays his games on the hardest setting, and for some games that works. I watched a video. I'll put a link to the video below. But the guy who did it basically says, like, a lot of times the difficulty that you select will not be optimal. So the Uncharted on hard difficulty, it sucks. It's just a slog. It's not fun because it's supposed to be a swashbuckling, pulpy Indiana Jones style adventure story, whereas something like The Last of Us, which has very similar surface level mechanics but different story and tone and different mechanics, devils in the details and all that, it's apparently I've played all the mainline Uncharted games. I have not played any of the Last of Us games, and I am not gonna jump into 2 just yet. I'm not gonna touch that whole thing. But from what I hear, The Last of Us is much more, because it's a kill or be killed, a kill or be killed world. It's harder to how do I put this? Because it's a kill or be killed world, it's a harder difficulty setting. Makes that feeling, I'm just name dropping all of my favorite YouTubers who say this stuff way better than I could. But Aaron Signal, Chris Franklin, talks about how the gameplay of The Last of Us is just tone. It's just texture. And if that's the case, then the gameplay on easy mode it sets a different tone than the gameplay on hard mode, or whatever they call the highest difficulty setting. So, and it could create a little bit, and I'm gonna use the bad word for analytical gamers, but I do think that ludonarrative dissonance is a thing. It's just not. It's a complicated thing. But it can create ludonarrative dissonance, and the player might not even be aware that they're doing it. Because someone like me, I almost always play on easy, but XCOM is renowned for its difficulty, and whether or not, it says it's people who are new. I'm not new to tactical games, again, I played Fire Emblem on the easier difficulty settings, and including casual mode, and I really enjoyed them like that. But I didn't want Muriel to die. Muriel was too precious to even risk getting killed. Anyway, and I really enjoyed it, but this might be different. I might think this is boring or weak, but I also definitely know I don't want to spend hours, doing, like, watching my plans get undone in a second that I spent hours doing. So, we're going to try easy mode. And after almost 11 minutes, we are now in the game. Keep an eye out for countries that provide experienced soldiers mission rewards. That's it. So that's interesting. Two possibilities exist. Either we are alone in the universe, or we are not. I personally think that we are not. Both are equally terror. Not necessarily. Arthur C. Clarke. I disagree, Mr. Clarke. Okay. This is a very Firaxis style. Civilization actually has a cutscene that kind of is it's like sets up the idea. And this is a bit more story focused, because this is actually like trying to. This is setting up what you're gonna experience. I guess a lot of Civ games are just like, and here's all the stuff. Here's the eras of history you're gonna play. Civ 5 his intro was interesting because it's basically vanilla Civ 5. I'd say I played a lot of Civ 5, both the original and Brave New World. The original Civ 5 had that's disturbing. Anyway, the original Civ 5 had a thing where, like, an old guy tells his son that he had a dream about, like, how great their civilization was going to be, what they're going to build, what they're going to accomplish, and he's like, but if the dream said that you're the one to do it. It's actually kind of a biblical, like, it's like a Bible story. And you need to...
Hello, Commander. In light of the recent extraterrestrial incursion, this Council of Nations has convened to approve the activation of the XCOM project. You have been chosen to lead this initiative, to oversee our first and last line of defense. Your efforts will have considerable influence on this planet's future. We urge you to keep that.
Is this a trailer? This feels like a trailer. I mean, the opening of Fallout 3 was literally just teaser trailer was, I think. I haven't played Fallout 3, but I've
Good luck,
seen
Commander.
I said that. XCOM, enemy unknown, title card.
That was the last transmission, sir.
Patch me through to Voodoo 3-1.
So is Voodoo the tutorial mission?
You were being deployed to Germany.
Alright,
At
I kind of
1900
want
hours
to watch
Zulu,
this.
several unidentified objects fell to Earth. After ruling out the possibility of a downed satellite, we now believe these objects to be extraterrestrial in nature. Shortly after impact, German officials received reports of mass hysteria and freak weather around one of the impact zones. Then things went dark. At 2100 hours, a chopper carrying a German military recon team went down in the area after they reported being fired upon. As you know, Germany is a member of the Council, and they have requested our assistance. Our mission is to assess the situation on the ground, ascertain the current status of the German recon team, and investigate the extraterrestrial objects. Central out.
Okay, so this is interesting. For those of you who don't know, for the rare few of you who are not, close friends who I sent the channel to, I actually lived in Germany for a year. When I was in 8th grade, my dad got a fellowship. We lived in the southeast in a town called Tübingen, and I'm interested to see if this feels okay. So this is a clone. So I think that was that's near, it's like central, like west central. I was in southwest. If I said southeast, I meant southwest. I get directions mixed up really easily. But I think Cologne is in the, or Köln is in the central west of Germany. So I should be able to tell if this fits at least a vague idea of what I experienced. So yeah, I also think Cologne or Köln is the place where Gamescom is held, which might be why they, which is like bigger than E3. It might be why they decided to choose Cologne. Anyway, launch mission. Let's see what we got here.
Central, this is Big Sky. Looks like we found the crash site.
Roger, Voodoo 3-1. Any sign of activity?
Negative. Nothing's moving down there.
Okay. Set her down nearby.
Okay, I want to talk about that Arthur C. Clarke quote. I do agree that the idea that we are completely alone in the universe has some existential terror attached to it, although I personally am like, why should we care about what the universe thinks? If the universe doesn't care about us, why should we care about the universe? But the problem with I feel like the problem with, and I don't know
Central.
what
You getting all this?
Clarke meant.
Copy that,
This
Delta
quote could
Squad.
be completely out of
First things
context.
first. Let's get you out of the open and into cover.
Okay, so they're
Whatever
telling
did this could
they're
still be
telling
out
us
there.
tutorial.
Delta 1,
stuff.
take point. Take cover behind that
Nice thing
debris
about turn-based
directly in
strategy
front of you.
games is I can stop and talk about whatever I want for as long as I want to, and please tell me if that is boring for you. Okay, so we're moving control. So the thing with what was I say? Oh yeah, the thing with the alien quote is that it presumes. So okay, first of all, I don't think that we are. I don't believe in UFOs. I don't believe that we have had contact with an extraterrestrial species. I do think that it is so unlikely that we are completely alone. It's so unlikely that it takes a lot of stuff to create life. I'll move this far. It takes a lot of stuff to create life, okay, right click. It takes a lot of certain conditions to create life that are really rare, but the universe is so big that there's probably some form of life, intelligent life out there. I don't think we're ever in contact with them, at least not in my lifetime. Return times return. Okay.
Good. Now advance to the vehicle nearby.
So, but I also think that I don't like the idea that aliens are inherently hostile. That's one of the reasons why I loved Arrival, the 2016 film, and I also love a lot of Star Trek, especially Star Trek episodes where you think that the aliens are bad, but
Delta 2, your turn.
There's a
Move up to the
misunderstanding
debris.
of some kind. I don't know. I think that's really cool because it subverts our tropes. It subverts expectations on what aliens are like. Because humans are definitely combative and violent in a lot of ways, but we aren't all like that. And so why should we be like that for an alien species? So I do see that the idea of first contact is terrifying. You have no idea.
That thing isn't going to offer you
who
much
these
cover,
people
but it's better
are
than nothing.
or what they
There's full
want.
cover straight ahead. Advance to that position.
Alright, so shield icon tells you how
Delta
much cover
3,
you have.
move to that
Let's go.
vehicle dead ahead.
Just a sec. Yeah? I'm gonna pass. I might catch up. I really need to I really need to learn how to edit. So what is it telling me to do? Move here, okay. I'm always worried about my computer overheating. So anyway, so this does actually feel pretty German. It's very modern. You know, the police cars have the German Polizei. I like the cobblestone. That's a nice touch. Not a lot of big American cities have cobblestone. So yeah, this does
Central,
feel German,
I have
at least
movement.
from my
30 meters
perspective.
north of my position. Police vehicle.
Roger. Proceed to the next vehicle for a better vantage point. Delta 4, go check it out. It's a long way from your position, and there's no available cover between here and there, so you better double time it.
This is the classic double move or move and shoot or move and attack or move and do something else option.
Hell.
What do you see, Delta 4? Report.
Looks like one of the recon teams, sir. It looks like something.
Is that your man, Delta 4?
Negative, sir.
I think they're saying
That's
help.
someone else.
I definitely am not fluent in German, so take all my translations,
What's he saying?
huge air quotes
He
or
is saying,
translations with a grain of thought.
"Help
Okay.
me."
So
That
I was
radio
right
transmission
there.
is coming
but,
from somewhere north of the squad's current position.
I don't speak. I speak
Based on
ein
its
bisschen
strength,
Deutsch, a little
probably from
German,
inside a
but I'm
structure.
definitely not fluent. I was only there for a year, and I
Advance and
should have learned,
infiltrate
but it
that
was
building.
way
And
too
remember,
easy.
stay
to,
in cover.
It was way too easy to not Alright, so I'm right here. Okay, I guess that was a weird little pause.
Central, I got a lot of blood here.
Okay.
Roger. See where it's coming from.
So one of the problems with permadeath is that you kind of have to have, unless you want to be just completely punishing, you kind of have to have a lot of characters to, so that some can die and you won't be completely screwed. You know, every time I play Fire Emblem on casual, I always have way more characters than I know what to do with. And I think that's why, even though it makes no sense from a story perspective, you have a limited number of units you can use. Because you don't want to design a thing where you could be, you design it for people who have all their characters and make it really hard for those who have next to none, or you design it for people who have next to none and make it really, like, too easy for the people with all the characters. Anyway, one of the problems with permadeath is you kind of have to have a lot of characters, but the more characters you have, the more time you need to get to know them, or you won't care. I think Fire Emblem solves this problem, especially Awakening. The later games, I didn't really see this, but Fire Emblem has, like, they make the characters really likable by just giving them, like, a couple of character traits, and then, like, one thing that contrasts with that, and then just playing it up to the max. You know, Muriel is my favorite character, partly because I'm autistic, and she feels like kind of autistic. She's very rigid and very, you know, she's actually kind of like a Vulcan or Data from Star Trek, and she, here, let's
I think I just found another one of the recon team.
Why is that guy wearing a...
But this doesn't make sense.
Why is that guy wearing a...
Looks like
that
he's been dead
helmet?
for a week.
Even more
German
perplexing is the
police
cause
for
of
that?
death.
I don't know.
It appears that he was eviscerated when something burst
So
out of him
those,
from the
you know,
inside.
like,
Sir,
Maribel is
I have
a
visual on the
caricature
object. Permission
of
to approach.
the super snobby rich person, but she's also like
the
give her
only cover
kind of an
between you and that
illusion of
building.
depth, or at least
Permission granted.
something more to her character. She like really cares about justice regardless of class or whatever, you know. So there's that. It's not anyway. So that's how they get you to care about these characters, you know. And have a lot of them. I don't need to spend a ton of time writing them to get you to endear the player to at least some of them. I will be interested to see how XCOM makes us care about them. Right now, it kind of feels like it's too early to tell.
Talk to me, soldier. What is it?
I got no idea what this thing is, but I can confirm that it's no satellite.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
All right, Delta Squad. You're almost to the building. Keep moving. Okay, people. Now let's get inside.
They really want us to know that we need to have cover.
Delta 1, there's a window in front of you. Let's take a look.
In position. Looks clear.
Copy that. Get in there and get to cover. Delta 2, that door's in our way. Take it down.
Solid copy.
So the, can I shoot the door? Okay. So one thing that, so if we want to have too much information, well, I'm actually sitting on my bed with my laptop while I'm recording this, because it's really, the chair for my desk is really uncomfortable, and it squeaks a lot, and considering that I already don't have the greatest audio setup, I figured I wanted to avoid that, but I'm worried that it's you know, the underside of my computer feels really hot, and that kind of makes sense. I'm recording this and I'm having it on the highest settings and all that, but I'm also I'm just worried that it's gonna crash or something.
Central.
So if this video just like cuts out in the middle of something, that's why.
Copy, Delta 3.
And
Okay,
hopefully I'll
everyone,
get a new chair
get into
soon.
position nearby.
I don't know
Do
why
not
it would heat more. Maybe it's nothing, but
Doctor, see if you can communicate with him. Tell him to drop
if
his weapon.
someone knows what the whole
will try.
deal with that is, let me know in the
Hallo.
comments.
Können Sie mich hören?
Can you hear me is what I think she's
Wir sind
saying.
hier, Ihnen zu
We are
helfen.
here
Bitte
to
lassen
help.
Sie Ihre Waffen fallen.
Please something. I don't know.
He appears to be in shock.
Keep your eyes open, people. I don't like the looks of this.
We got full cover there, that's good. Sakamoto. Oh man, I hope
Delta
that
3,
wasn't
move in and
offensive.
disarm him.
I'm not trying
Carefully.
to offend anyone. So let's see. Looks like it's Russian. I think. It doesn't sound Russian, but he's got a Russian flag? What is it? Oh boy. So that's a pretty standard grade, at least.
Delta 3 is down!
So that's our Leroy Jenkins of the group, or the Mass Effect Corporal Jenkins from Mass Effect 1. Spoilers
He's down. Delta 1
for
is
the
down.
very beginning of Mass Effect 1. Leroy dies.
For multiple X-rays.
This guy's got me
Again,
pinned down,
like,
taking heavy
right after
fire.
you start the first mission, and then they almost completely
Damn
forget
it.
about him. I hate
Delta
playing
2, your
Mass
flank
Effect
2.
games on
Find
this.
some better cover.
I love Mass Effect.
Alright, Delta 2. Weapons free. Get ready to fire.
Okay, enter to activate active combat UI. Oh, that's kind of cool. Select fire using press enter to fire, or I could just shoot them. Okay. Okay, so fire and then enter. I wonder if there was actually even a mischance right there.
Delta 4, you're freed up to
feels
move.
like it would
Get out of there and get into cover.
Ruin the whole thing they were doing. This is, I don't think you're supposed to lose this fight. I generally don't like using the, where is it telling me to go? Oh, right there. Okay. Generally don't like using mouse and
toss your
keyboard on
grenade at
games
the
like
enemy in
this.
front of you.
Part of the problem is I'm always clicking the wrong key because there's so many. I'm used to a controller. I've only relatively recently gotten into PC games. Alright, so that guy's dead, so I don't need to worry about killing him. Let's see. Enter.
Now get ready for their
And boom goes the dynamite.
Look out, Delta 4. There's another one coming in behind you.
So, I kind of want to play this. Oh.
It's just you now, Delta 2.
So, these guys are
Let's tip
all
the odds in our favor. Look around for a position where you can flank the enemy.
Q and E. Okay. That's good to know. What was I gonna say?
That's it. You have a clear shot from that position. Fire.
Alrighty. Oh yeah, I wonder what would happen if I went and if I restarted this. I wonder if they would just skip this whole part, if they would have the cutscene and go to the first mission if I didn't select tutorial at the beginning, if I deselected it. I don't know, that'd be interesting. Fire! Pew! Pew!
Central, I think that's it. It's over.
Roger that, Delta. Secure the bodies and head back to the Sky Ranger for immediate extraction.
Achievement unlocked, and so it begins. Alright. Oh man. Oh wait, so am I choosing my base location? So, are these three? Can I choose Africa? No. All right. So it's interesting how there are assumptions built in here, and that's one of the things that I really can thank Chris Franklin for, is that he kind of showed that he showed that his Civilization video kind of taught me how to, at least the very basics of seeing the assumptions in systems, and not just narrative, not just yeah, you know, Asians are smart, and I don't know. I guess it's not in the stereotypes of, you know, North America, Europe, and parts of Asia as being more advanced than like South America and Africa. I guess don't really. I guess don't really. How do I put this? I guess they didn't really want to, you know, for gameplay reasons, they didn't want to make it, they didn't want to go into it, which is good, you know. It is a bit weird that Africa's main value in this game is money. I'm not gonna, you know, I'm white, I'm like really white, and I don't know, I'm not an expert in any of these fields. I know about the scramble for Africa, so I'm not gonna try and do a deep critique on it. I'm just gonna say that's a bit weird. The interrogations thing, I guess, goes back to dictatorships. If you're typing in the comments right now, if you're like, don't overthink it, it's just a game, you know, why do you have to bring identity politics into this, blah blah blah. You're free. You just don't watch any more of this, or do, and yell at me in the comments. But I don't. This is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do. So you're not gonna be happy watching me. Although, even if you agree with what I'm saying, you're probably also not gonna be happy watching me. So yeah. Continent bonus, expert knowledge. So I do like that the Americans, their value. I mean, North America, but also the main audience is gonna ignore these parts. You know, all the top and bottom. I'm just gonna focus on the sandwich meat. I do like how it's aircraft, it's drones. Anyway, you know, let's do Europe.
Affirmative.
I like Europe.
We're coming home.
You can't do any of the other. I'm actually interested to see how much this base affects, and I'm also I have no idea why the other 3 continents aren't available. That is weird. Oh man, the file size in this video is gonna be huge. It's gonna take forever to upload.
Whatever they are, they nearly took out a squad of our best soldiers. If you'll excuse me, doctors, the commander is waiting in mission control.
Their technology is far beyond ours.
Then I'd say our work is cut out for us, Doctor.
Welcome to XCOM HQ, Commander.
This is definitely a very
I'm Central Officer Bradford. My role in this
premise.
project is twofold: providing tactical support for our field operations,
You know, this
and
game
keeping
is
you
very
briefed on the
clearly
current situation. My efforts should allow you to focus on the bigger issues at hand. Speaking of which,
as a
we have a soldier waiting for a promotion in the barracks.
Aliens invade.
I'll let you get to it.
It's Independence Day, or War of the Worlds. In America, aliens invade, and oh wow, this is kind of like, this is reminding me of Halcyon 6, or Fallout Shelter, which I have not played. I have played Halcyon 6, but I have not played Fallout Shelter because I'm a pretentious games as art nerd guy. So
Commander,
in the barracks.
the soldier is waiting for you in the armory, which is located there in the barracks.
Soldiers. I do like how they. Hey, where's this guy? What flag is this? What flag is this? What flag? You know, I could tell you, you know, I think
Only one recruit from
I'm
Delta
not
Squad made it back
100%.
alive from our last mission, Commander. And I'd say a promotion is in order.
Okay. This guy is in the promotion. This guy's the guy who survived. So I think this is the Argentinian flag. I I'm not. I've always been pretty into geography. I have a cousin who is really into geography and flags and stuff, and I don't necessarily think, to kind of hint at my political leanings, I don't necessarily think that anyone should be living under a flag, or any logo or brand of any kind. Take from that what you will.
As you know,
I'll probably be more
every
explicit
soldier
as
is
time goes
different.
on. Anyway,
this particular soldier has shown an
I don't
aptitude
know
for
that
heavy
much.
weapons.
I know the basics.
As he gains
about
additional
flags
combat
and
experience, we should
countries
continue his
and all
training
that.
along these lines.
Squatty. Okay.
This soldier will now carry a rocket launcher, in addition to his
That's
standard
cool.
weapon. The aliens won't know what hit him.
So, is this...
Dr. Valen asked to see you in the research labs, Commander. It sounded important.
Wait, so is
Commander
this...
to the research labs. Commander to the research labs.
So, does this... I need to go back. So, is Colonel after Major in the promotion range? Again, I don't know anything about the military. I actually had a military recruiter, like, try and recruit me, because I'm in the prime sacrifice for the U.S. Imperial. Oh man, I'm gonna get so much hate for this. I had to get a military recruiter to stop talking to me. I had to put my foot down. So I'm the kind of person who doesn't know much about military ranks and stuff. But I always thought Colonel was below Major. But again, I might be completely wrong.
Hello, Commander. My name is Dr. Valen.
So
I
she
oversee the research
was
labs.
Guy in
This
the chair.
is where all of XCOM's
for some reason, I
research
thought
and
that she was
development takes
actually on the
place.
field during the
We have
tutorial
already
mission.
begun analyzing the artifacts recovered from our first encounter with the aliens. Based on our preliminary findings, we believe we can use them to develop some new equipment for our soldiers. With your approval, we will begin research immediately.
So let's see. Xenobiology. So I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure how I feel about these, like, really railroady tutorial segments. On the one hand, games like this can be really complicated and really stressful to figure out, especially when in universe there's really high stakes involved. I also it also kind of feels like, well, one, it's not setting you up for having more control over. If it's like literally telling you exactly what to do, that can, at least to me, like, not make it hard to that can make it hard to make the aliens. Sorry, I lose my train of thought a lot. I'm sorry, you're probably yelling at me to continue. Oh yeah. So the problem is if it tells you what to do and then just throws you in, I feel like it could make the player be like, I don't know what to do. But I also, again, these things are really complicated.
Thank you, Commander.
They can be really stressful.
This research will take some time. We will notify you once it is complete.
Commander to mission control. Commander to
It sounds like you are needed elsewhere. Farewell, Commander. If you recover any additional artifacts during your field operations, I would be quite eager to study them.
Commander to mission control. Commander to mission...
The enemy is testing our capabilities, Commander. We've gotten reports of simultaneous attacks in 2 different countries. We can only respond to one. The country we help will donate more resources to our cause. But the panic level of the country we choose not to help will rise. It's not an easy decision, Commander, but it's one you'll have to make.
So let's see. Few abduction sites. Alright, so we have to choose. Oh, come on, really? China, US. It's like choosing between getting crucified and shot in the head. I mean, I guess I'll take getting shot in the head, but...
Understood.
Come on, really?
The troops are waiting for you in the hangar. Commander, before deploying our squad, you can choose which soldiers to send out there. I've taken the liberty of calling up our veteran. His combat experience makes him invaluable on the battlefield.
So you could, see, I feel like this is a missed opportunity. You could build some interesting moral choice systems. Like if you had to choose between, you know, a much smaller country like Liechtenstein, or that's too small, but you know, like if you had to choose between France and the United States, or that could be interesting. It could give you like some like the U.S. could give you more money, but they could also, you know, France would fall faster, especially considering what happened in history. So yeah. So I'm probably gonna do this mission and call it quits for the rest of the day. So I'm playing this game partly because I was interested. You know, I don't want to play. I don't want to play any games.
Prepare for deployment, strike.
I do like the timer at the bottom. It's a nice touch. I don't want to play any games that I don't want to play, that I'm not interested in. You know, I feel like I do better. I have more things to say if I was playing this than something like Raid Shadow Legends. But I also, you know, realize that I have a lot of obscure indie games that I love and I totally want to talk about, and the problem is I don't think they're gonna, you know, if I want to spread the word of these games that really deserve to have spread. I can't do that if no one is watching, so I'm going to play some more well-known popular games, you know, still at my wheelhouse, still not like the newest Battle Royale game or whatever. As of this recording, Battle Royales are the big thing, kind of. If you're watching this a couple years later, don't, like, worry about it. Insert big trend in gaming here. But I kind of want to build a viewership, if anyone wants to watch this, I want to, get some viewers and stuff, before I share these smaller games, with people. So, if you want that to happen sooner rather than later, like, share, and subscribe, yeah. So, let's begin.
Get ready to deploy. Our AO is within the continental United States.
Operation Purple Fog.
We've picked up a local broadcast indicating alien
name.
activity within a major metropolitan area. We should get down there
I
and
would be
eliminate
actually
any
interested
hostiles.
to know why they name certain operations the way that they do. Because sometimes it just feels like they're pulling stuff out of a hat, which I guess kind of makes sense if you don't want anyone to guess. But yeah. But there are some things like Desert Storm. That was an operation, right? Operation Desert Storm. If I'm wrong, tell me in the comments. But Desert Storm, like it at least sounds like an Iraq thing. Okay, so we gotta sweep the abduction site and identify threats, neutralizing. So basically, we gotta kill all the aliens. Okay. Ladders and drain pipes, hide advantages. You know, standard strategy game stuff. So the what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So sometimes they seem like they're clear illusions. I mean, Overlord, you know, D-Day, the Operation Overlord, is very.
Hold on, soldier. Before you move out, let's see what's inside that building. Your squad mate is closer,
okay,
so let him check it out.
They're still doing the tutorial for me. Okay. What was I gonna say? So the Murray. So that, I guess that kind of sounds like a D-Day thing. So I guess they might be evocative of what they're gonna do, but not actually what they're gonna do. I don't know.
Good. Now open the door. Quietly, so you don't reveal your position to the enemy.
I do like the open door mechanic. Earlier I was trying to shoot the door down. It was
now
like,
take cover
you're gonna want to force the door down or whatever. And I was like, alright, do I shoot it? And it's like, no, you just kick it down.
Now I want a man on the roof of that building. See if you can find a way up there, soldier.
Let's see. Alright, click on this dude.
There they are. The rest of you, advance toward the enemy and get into cover. Hold your fire until I give the word.
Okay, so it's actually letting me move places I want to go. So, let's see here. I'll move this guy over there. And this gal? Erica, yeah. Cover's broken. Alrighty. Enter. Tab. It's a bit weird that I couldn't click on them. I'd be really interested to see if I miss. Yeah. If any of you have missed during this level, this mission, let me know in the comments. Have you played Raid Shadow Legends? Oh god. So they're giving me some control, which is nice. This one right here. So I'm worried, are there gonna be aliens in the fog of war? A friend of mine is playing Slay the Spire. That's cool. Can I do that? 25%. I don't know. You know what? Screw it. Let's try it. Miss. Alright.
Missed the target.
Her over here, and hopefully she can hit better than he can. I mean, she's at an advantage tactically speaking, so alright. So are these percentages, I'm actually curious to know if these percentages are, so is it 70% to hit, and then if that hits, then the game calculates if there's a 60% chance to get a critical, or is it 70% to hit, but a 60% chance to hit and be a critical, or is it 60% chance to be a critical but miss? I don't know. I feel like the first example would probably be the case, but I don't know. I can't look under the hood. I mean, I can.
Great work out there, people.
This is like
the commander will be assuming command now as we sweep the rest of the area. As always, I'll be offering tactical advice as needed. And remember, your armor can only withstand a couple of shots from their weapons, so keep your eyes open and your heads down.
Alright. So there's an arrow here. Well, I think will be... Let's go down there. That's good cover. And Murray... Ramirez. Oh man, now I've got Dark Knight flashbacks. Ramirez. Don't see any of these guys. I like that effect. Alright, Felix.
Got something over here.
Aha! There you go. So they ran in there. What is this? Why is it highlighted? Is it telling me to go there? I mean, that kind of makes sense. Is there any place to repair cover? I guess right here, but I can't shoot him. So, yeah. And Ramirez, I'm gonna have you help the Joker kidnap Rachel. Wait, wrong Ramirez. See, that's one of the best jokes I've ever made, and it's freaking terrible. And that is why this channel will never be as successful as something like PewDiePie. But PewDiePie's alright, so that I don't really care. Oh wow, that's cool. So there's something I'm not seeing.
You're okay, soldier. But another one like that, and that'll be the end of you. Make sure to stay in cover. Commander, our veteran's rocket launcher should make easy work of the structure the aliens are using for cover. And if we're lucky, it'll take out the aliens along with it. That is, if it hits.
Alright, Felix. How do I... fire rocket at... Alrighty. Enter. I wonder if it shows enter so the mouse, once you select the target, you don't move the mouse as much. Nice. So they did?
Good work out there, Strike.
Okay.
If I may, Commander, the labs are on high alert. Teams are standing by for your orders. We can begin researching the newly recovered artifacts immediately.
That's nice. Alright. Researching the effects. That's good. So let's see what happens afterwards. Alright, we're flying back to Europe. Flying back to Europe. Europe. You're up, Europe. Oof, she's been wounded. Alright. 5 kills? That rocket launcher? Well, we probably got some before too, I guess. Anyway.
The recovered artifacts are being unloaded, and the research team is waiting your orders. We'll get started as soon as you give the order, Commander.
Commander, we have an incoming transmission from the Council.
Hello, Commander.
Avengers flashbacks.
You on your most recent victory. We realize you were faced with a difficult decision, in responding to the various requests for assistance. Regardless, you performed admirably. As agreed upon, the reward for your actions has been granted. Farewell, Commander. We hope that you are met with continued success.
So, don't spoil this for me in the comments if you know what happens. I kind of feel like there's going to be some twist where these guys are the bad guys. I mean, it's not subtle. He had that villainous pause, your continued success. And you don't even see his face. So, yeah. Alright. Panic has increased across Asia. So, next time, I am gonna have to... Do we really only have... This is one of the weird... I know it's... You know, I don't like complaining about you know, plot holes or contrivances or whatever, because it's generally pretty, like, dumb. And this is probably a dumb complaint too, but I also... So is this the only thing, like, is this squad of soldiers the only, like these squad of soldiers not going into Asia somehow caused all of Asia to, like, get gripped with a panic?
The Council knows you made the right decision,
I don't
Commander.
really care.
With the resources we have available, there's only so much we can do. However, our chief engineer did come up with something to help you keep an eye on things.
They told you you made the right
The
decision.
Situation Room
regardless.
provides constant monitoring of every member nation in the Council. If we allow panic levels to get out of control in any given nation, they're going to withdraw from the Council. And they'll take their funding and additional support with them.
So I'm gonna have to do
The Council's overall confidence in the XCOM project is shown on the primary meter above the main screen, which engineering has nicknamed the Doom Tracker.
Commander to mission control. Commander to mission control.
Alright. So, next time on XCOM, I'm planning on there being a next time, we go to mission control, and we see what they want from us. Can I... Yeah, here we go. Save... I always do this. I always need to make sure that it's saved for some reason. Alright, now I'm just doing that because... alrighty. So... until next time, peace out, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. All the algorithm boosting things.